either in 29 or 2010. I don't remember exactly if I was in the fourth or the final year of my university study. The Library of Engineering College decided to replace an old references and books with new and modern versions of textbooks. The administration of library suggested to sell these old books to recent students by very cheap price to let them utilize it from it rather than sold it to the external libraries contractors, and definitely they, students, will buy it by expensive price if it is necessary. It was a great and wise decision of engineering library, which I always appreciate the library administration forever. Because I was a regular student who liked to spend time in library for reading, not for preparing for exam, like many people do, I have noticed a sale announcement of books inside the library one day. It was my lucky day and I bought more than 10 books in different fields: mathematics, calculus, physics, mechanical, and electrical engineering. Imagine Imagine book with more than 500 pages. It only costs less than $1. Local currency 5 Sudanese currency in that time. It is great deal for science purposes. I would not forget that. I told my friends, college's classmate about that matter, and they go hurry to buy also, but unfortunately the excellent books I have been reserved by me or by other regular students to the library. The wisdom of coming late is better than not coming, is not working in science matters. It led to regret, but it will change you to do the right thing in the future if you are thinking about what happened. Before that day, I was always like to read books in library since my first year of engineering studying in last years. I was going to library too much, and sometimes I borrow one book from library for a week to read it in my home in season holiday, especially book named Principles of Physics by F. Bushi. And it was translated to Arabic language, which led me to understand many things about physical life well, as my English language is not good in that time. But I have been told that borrowing books from library is closed as all students has been finished their examinations, and definitely the library wants to count their missing books for next year. So I was disappointed for their decision, but I understand the reason. Also, there was a fantastic book named Quantum Physics, Berkeley Physics Course Volume 4 by Wickman, has been also translated to Arabic language. Many of books has been translated by Ahram Center for Scientific Translation from Cairo, Egypt. So I'd like to thank them for their long efforts for translating and transfer culture and civilization among people as it was established in 1975. I remember that days until now when I read it, the quantum physics, eagerly in the library. I loved that books too much, and I wrote important notes in my small papers about what I think it is worth and valuable information. I wished that day to have the same book to read it in leisure time in my home, as it was very great, informative and historic source that I have not seen before. It will told you how scientists like Planck, Einstein, and J.J. Thomson makes many efforts to give a world of industry a simple equation for us. You will not believe that specific book was found in the place of sale in the library that day. I was very pleased from the bottom of the heart to add that book into my amazing collection of scientific and become in my property. What you do in your life, either good or bad, you will deserve it in the future. That's all happened before I graduated from university in 2010. Why I tell you this impressive story? It is only a theater preparation before rising of the curtain of my new invention. The road of great achievement is not easy and short. The road is not lined with flowers, except for thieves who like to steal the efforts and money of hard persons, but they will punish it hardly in the future. You must do efforts and be patient, and suddenly you will change the world by unexpected events. Happened to me. Do you think you will understand a natural phenomenon in few minutes, as I mentioned in the previous section? That's impossible for human mind. The knowledge is cumulative process, like building a beautiful architectural building. After my graduation in 2010, I have too much free time, as it is difficult to find job immediately unless you have some kind of favoritism. Anyway, I said to myself, let us take an advantage from leisure time. So between 2010 and 2013, I have started reading some of these books, and one of them was Principles of Physics by F. Bushi. Or maybe I read it earlier than that. I don't remember exactly, but it must be before 2013. Because in that year my father has bought to my sister laptop for her success in final exams of first level of university study, and I cannot ignore how much scientific benefits that I have acquired after 2013. PDF books after 2013, like PDF books, office software and engineering program. Definitely I will not care too much to read old books if I have ability to download recent and modern PDF books from internet. Let us return back to the old book. Principles of Physics helped me to understand the real physical meaning of temperature and pressure. It is different from what you have been learned in the university, and as I said previously, university has not been built to give you all the knowledge. You must learn by yourself if you want to increase your knowledge and understand what happened around you. Chapter 6 was talking about momentum and gases pressure, and chapter 11 was discussed the temperature, motion and gas law. These two chapters let me to be aware about one of most important parameters in the physical and chemical world. From that past days after my graduation in 2010 until 2018, I was recalled that fact with natural phenomenon of humidification. The audience of theater has applauded for my new technology. I understand why it happened exactly, and I have an amazing theoretical idea to reverse that natural phenomenon, but it wants very precise experiment to prove that. Ask any air conditioning or HVAC professionals and experts what is the positive impacts of reversing the process of evaporative cooling. What I mean, increasing the temperature and lowering humidity simultaneously for cold and wet humid zones in the world. It will be a disruptive technology in many fields of our life. In next video I will explain how that reverse process may change our life based on the global energy demand and solve climate change challenges.